human mind is so feeble, so easy to control, so easy to manipulate. But not yours, right? Well, that's what you'd like to think. Imagine for me, someone issues you a command and you mindlessly obey. Absurd, right? That could never be you. But now, how about this? You're talking with a friend, having an in-depth conversation about something. Eventually, your friend brings up an idea you agree with. For your own personal reasons, you feel motivated to work on that idea. That sounds much more reasonable. That's something you could do. Of course, you can agree with ideas, especially with ones of people you trust. There's nothing wrong with that. And, of course, you do things when you're motivated. You're not lazy. You're capable, reliable. You can imagine yourself doing this. But let's take a step back, analyze the situation, because they're not really that different. A command can be obscured in various ways, all as something else to make it sound like something you would want to do yourself, out of your own will, not for the person issuing the command, something that you'd think would be a good idea to do. This is how you can be manipulated. It's not some incredible feat, it's a simple language skill. Being able to disguise ideas under a different form. But what do you see through it? Well, that depends. On a few things, really. First, how well is the command hidden? That can depend on the context and on the command itself. Sometimes it can be hard to weave the words correctly, and sometimes it's effortless. The right words coming in on their own. In these situations, some people may even do it subconsciously. And that leads to the second part. Who is it that's trying to manipulate you? Is it a stranger? Someone you'll be skeptical from the very start? Or is it a friend? A person you trust? But most importantly, where is the line between the two? You'd like to think that trust isn't binary, that it's more of a spectrum, that with some people you may be more likely to trust in specific situations, but it really does come down to a binary. Whether ultimately you do trust a person enough in that one point in time for that specific context. If you don't, you will question it. But if you do, you will follow without hesitation. And that's really the main difference. Whether you will take time to carefully think about it or not. Life is hard as is. You can't expect yourself to constantly question everything. So, as everyone else, you rely on taking mental shortcuts, so as not to strain your brain too hard. And that's perfectly normal. All humans do that. But that's what makes you vulnerable to manipulation. Every shortcut is a weakness in defenses, and every weakness can be exploited. If anything, that makes people that know you even more dangerous. Just how much do they know about you? How many of your weaknesses do they know? How well can they predict your reactions? How well do they know your submissive side? Everyone has one. For some people, it might be dormant. but it just takes the right approach to bring it out. It's an inherent human feature that allows us to coexist. Without it, society itself would collapse, but it can be tapped into to achieve goals beyond mutual benefit. This is the part of you that others can use to achieve their goals through you. But it's not inherently a weakness. After all, that's what allows you to build mutually beneficial relationships. What's important is to be aware of it and nurture it properly. Make sure it doesn't get abused by malicious actors. Practice those mutual relations. Teach your subconscious what they feel like. That way, it'll be easier to spot attempts at manipulation. Of course, finding people you can trust is going to be the hard part. And unfortunately, that's the one problem I can't help you with. All I can do is inform you of these things, and anyone you choose to share this video with. I think it's important information that everyone should know, but unfortunately, not many people do. That's why I made this video, to help guide those who may be more vulnerable. I don't know how to end this video. Bye.